Start putting these together. The one thing I didn't do in the last video is resize the stars. So let's go ahead and do that first. We're going to have a total of 50 stars, but each one of them is going to be 0.25 by 0.25 inches tall. So with it selected, I'm going to go over to the properties panel with the W and H, which is width and height. And right now, since I held shift to create, it's both the width and height are the same dimension. So I can leave this link selected and it's going to dial in the right number for the height just by doing the width. So 0.25. And you can see once I hit OK, that 0.25 will also apply to the height, which is almost there. We will just leave it there. It's close enough. If I zoom in, you see we got one little baby star. Okay. We're going to start with the red stripes. So what I want you to do is take the first stripe and we're going to put it way to the top of your white rectangle. Then the bottom stripe we're going to put all the way down at the bottom of your rectangle. If I zoom in so you can kind of see, you can see that I'm just hovering right there and it will almost snap into place for you. And then all the other ones, I'm just going to grab them all. So with my selection tool, I'll just click and drag around all of them and then just kind of paste them up in there. Because what we're going to do is we're going to align and distribute. So if I select, and so I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to take this white rectangle and move it out of the way. Now that I have the dimensions correct for the red rectangles, I'm going to leave those there. I'm going to select them all. And now I want to align and distribute. So with selecting them, go back into your properties panel. We see the alignment tool. This is one of your options. We're going to align horizontal center. So when you hover over each one of these, it'll tell you what they are. Horizontal align center, which adjusts it left to right centered. Now I want to distribute them, so I need to go into more options to see all of the available options here. And the one I'm looking for is actually this guy right here, vertical distribute center. So it goes from the center of all of the selection and it aligns it so there's equal spacing in between each one of those red stripes. So again, this is the one, vertical distribute center and horizontal align center. Now from here, these are all selected still. So I want to group them. Control G is group, or you can click on group down here in your contextual taskbar. But now they're all grouped. So when I bring back over this white rectangle, they're perfectly aligned from top to bottom. Now I created the blue rectangle after I did the red rectangles, so I know that it's going to just align itself on top of the red stripes. And you can see that I did my math and it's pretty well aligned. If I zoom in really close, it's a little tiny off, but that's okay. Now we're going to get the stars in there. So let's go ahead and just group everything so far. So select your flag this far minus your stars and then either Control G or group objects using your contextual taskbar. Now everything is aligned so far. All right, now for the fun part, we're going to make stars. And the way this is going to go, columns go down, rows go across. So we are going to have two sets of stars. One set is going to be 5 stars in the column. And then the second column is going to be 4 stars. So let me follow me. We're going to take 1 star and we're going to put it into the top left of your blue rectangle. And then this is going to be a set of 5. So if you watch me, I'm holding my Alt button I'm going to make a copy. But when I do that, I'm holding my Alt button and then holding Shift at the same time, and then it's going to stay centered. So then I don't have to recenter it. Okay, so we have a total of 5 stars, so I'm just going to repeat the process. Alt, Shift, drag. Alt, Shift, drag. So I've got 5 stars total. Now we need to align and distribute, so let's select all of those. I'm selecting 1 star, holding Shift, and then I'm selecting the other stars. So if you have something that's not locked in place and you want to go try and grab those stars, but you're dragging through everything, you're going to have all of it. So the workaround is hold Shift, click on the specific stars you want. And then we're going to go back to align, hit more actions, and then go to vertical distribute center, and then group. We're going to repeat. Now there's going to be a total of 6 columns for these guys here. I didn't group. Let me group them real quick. Now we're going to have 6 of these. So make 6 copies. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. One too many. Okay. I did not make sure that they were aligned correctly, so I did not hold Shift while I was clicking and dragging, so they're kind of all over the place. So I'm selecting them all. I'm going into my align, and this time I'm going to go horizontal distribute center because it's going left to right. And then I also want to go up here to the vertical align center to make sure that they are aligned both vertically and horizontally. And now we are golden. I did not group these. I could, but I didn't. I don't have to. I'm just going to make sure I did that right. Yep, I sure did. Okay, so now in between each one of these is going to be a set of 4 stars. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of 4 stars. So I'm just going to click and drag, Alt-click drag, so I'm making a copy. But I want to delete one of these, so I'm just going to hit my direct select tool, click off of it to deselect it. Now I can click on that top star and just delete it. So direct select tool, even if these are grouped, I can get inside of that group and select just individuals. So then I'm going to get back to my regular selection tool, and now they're still grouped together. Then these should already be aligned the way I want them to. We're just going to take them and center them in between each of those columns of 5 stars. And I'm clicking and dragging and holding Shift while I do it. And man, that's 50 stars right there. We're going to go ahead and select everything and group it. And now you are done. Let's go ahead and save your work, save it to the cloud, and next we will download a map and get that thing image traced and then masked on there.